Hey everyone, what's up? And welcome back to another self-care with Bear video. How you guys doing today? I hope you guys had a great weekend. Let's kick this one off with the routine. So the normal moisturizer, setting powder followed by setting spray. And then I'm going to go in once that's dried and use my Photo Finish primer and also my eyeshadow primer as well. Now today we're going to be doing a GreenFairy look, so I'm going to show you guys what it is. So this is just the eyeshadow colors that we're going to be doing. So I'll start with my eyebrows, which we all know I use the Estee Lauder Micro Precise, I believe it's called, eyebrow crayon, and I'm drawing a fine line underneath my eyebrow and then a line along the top, creating the curve and the arch in my brow, and then filling it in. Wow, okay, so I'm taking my concealer and I'm going to carve it out. So I'm just going to draw a very fine line and then follow the arch of my brow as well, just cleaning up the messy line that I did draw. And now, guys, we're just going to blend it out with a damp beauty blender. And I like to take it all the way over to cover my whole eyelid as well. And like I say, guys, click the description box to check out all the products that I've used in this week's makeup tutorial. So I'm going to use a white base to set the concealer, and then I'm going in with a Huda Neon palette, and I'm going to use the eyeshadow color number 1, which is the lime green. I love this palette. However, it does state on the back that it's not for eyes because it's a pigment and not an eyeshadow palette. However, I put it on my eyes anyways because what are you going to do? So I'm going to use an angled blending brush, and I'm going to place the color on the outer corner up onto my brow bone and into my crease, and then I'm just going to blend it out. Now I'm going to jump over to Morphe's 35B palette, I believe, and I'm going to take the deep green, and that is going to be our eyeshadow number 2. And I'm going to follow the same path that I popped the first eyeshadow. So I'm just taking it along the outer corner and up into the brow bone, just creating a little bit more depth. And like I say every week, start with a little and then blend it out, especially with color, because you don't want to just jump a whole lot on your face. Now I am blending it out as I'm going along today, so using circular motions to buff out any harsh lines. Now going back with my Morphe palette, I'm going to take the deep forest green, which is going to be our eyeshadow color number 3. And I'm going to start by doing circular and pulling motion along my lash line is what we call it, and out to my outer corner and then into my crease as well. So I'm going to go all the way to the inner corner, just kind of really roughly, because I'm going to be doing like a half cut crease today. So I really want that color to be nice and deep in my crease. And then just blending and applying is all we're going to be doing for this look as well. So you can see it's not quite as dark as what I want it. So I'm just going to slowly go back and do the same steps. Now from there, I will be taking my concealer. And I'm going to take a rounded flat brush and I'm going to be using it to make my cut crease. So start with a little bit of concealer. If you've got a lot, it is really hard to play around with, and then you end up taking it further than what you want. So a little bit at a time and just dragging it out slowly, sticking to the line of your eyelid as well, so not going above the crease. Now I'm jumping over to use my Juvia's Place, the Zulu palette, and I'm going to be taking the shimmer lime green. I don't know why in this tutorial I keep sticking my tongue out and doing the weirdest things. So it's going to be our eyeshadow number 4. As you can see, my cut crease is not clean, but we're going to use our previous eyeshadow colors to blend it out. And I'm just tapping and smudging this color on, and it's going to create a nice shimmer effect. Now going back with our eyeshadow color number 3, and we're going to blend out that harsh concealer line. I'm going to blend it out to the middle of my eyelid, and then I'm going to go through and just go over the crease to make sure that there's no concealer left. Now I'm going to be taking the NYX glitter primer and the NYX, I don't know what it's called, but it's a glitter pigment and I'm gonna apply that to where I've just applied the Juvia's Lime Shimmer Green, and then I'm going to use it to help stick the glitter pigment down. I find it helps a lot to hold that glitter in place so it doesn't come off. And you can apply as little or as much glitter as you want. I just went for a medium amount to give it a little bit of color. Now I'm taking my Epic Ink eyeliner, and now I'm going to draw a straight line going from the outer corner directly up to where my eyebrow finishes, obviously not the full way, and then I'm going to draw a line to connect it from the tip of that all the way down to my eyelash line. Now from here, I'm going to fill it in and then move on to my next step, which is foundation. Now I do this every time, so I'm carving the top of my eyebrow out with my foundation, and I'm covering up any other blemishes or marks that I have so that the foundation can dry a little bit before I blend it out. Now carve to however you want your eyebrow to sit. I like mine to be thicker with a nice round and a very sharp point at the end. And then I'm taking a flat foundation brush and blending it around my hairline, because you guys know why I don't like getting foundation in my hairline. Then I'll buff it out with an angled buffing foundation brush, and I'll also finish off the rest of my makeup with that. Now I'm using the Juvia's foundation today, but I just put in photos of what I use in case you guys want some inspiration on some other products to try. However, you can use whatever foundation, whatever eyeshadow colors that you want. Now going in with my concealer, I tried this trick that I saw on TikTok, but I didn't quite understand it, so I need to do some research before I talk about it some more. But I'm applying it to under my eyes and around to my temples, and then taking my damp beauty blender, and I'm gonna blend, bump it, pop it, push it, and spread it around my face. I'm gonna take it a little closer to my eyeline, but I don't want to take too much of that green out. And then I'm gonna do my T-zone as well, so my chin, my lip, nose, and forehead. Once I've done that step, I'm gonna take a dry mini beauty blender, and I'm gonna dip it in my translucent powder, which I like to use the Juvia's Place translucent, and I'm just gonna bake it on. I'm using sparingly at the moment because I'm still waiting for an order to come from Juvia's, so I'm trying to use as little as what I possibly can so I don't run out, because I love their translucent powder. And then I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna rub it all over my whole face. Don't know what happened to my lighting, but it went really funny and I look really pale, but I promise it was just that one clip. Now going back with a blending brush, a fluffy blending brush, I'm just going to blend out that deep forest green, which was our eyeshadow number 3, and then I'm going to take eyeshadow number 4 and I'm going to run it along my lower lash line. Now going in with my favorite glitter, which is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Gel, and I'm just going to apply it to my inner corner and highlight that a little bit. Now I'm taking my Hoola bronzer slash contour, and I'm just contouring around my cheekbones, onto my forehead and temples, and then under my jaw as well. And then I'll take a rounded tapered brush and blend it out from there so I don't have any harsh lines, and just to make it look a little bit more natural around my face. And to finish that step off, I will use a fluffy angled brush to just add a little bit of bronzer around my cheeks, and just to make sure that there's no harsh lines once again. I will be contouring my nose today, so I'm just taking a small tapered brush and I'm going to run it along the sides of my nose, creating a nice fine line. Quite light, I don't want a heavy line to have to try and blend out. And then I just run it along the tip of my nose, just above my nostrils as well, to give it a cute little look. Now taking my Juvia's blush, I really love this color. For anyone who has quite rosy cheeks, this is almost the best tone for you, because it's quite pink, but it also doesn't come out like candy pink. It's more like a coral pink, but when you do get a little bit flustered or your rosy cheeks start to show through, it's not as obvious with that blush, which is what we like. So I'm applying it to my cheeks in a circular motion and then bringing it out along my cheekbones and up onto my temple. I love to give myself that cute little e-girl look, so I put the blush on my nose, chin, and forehead too. Now I'm going to go in with my highlighter, which I use the who is it? It's Jeffree Star, and it's the Skin Frost 24 Karat palette, and I'm just gonna apply it to anywhere that I feel needs highlighting. So cheeks, nose, face, just highlight the whole thing. Set it with your favorite setting spray, and then I'm gonna go in with some lipstick, some falsies, and mascara, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So here's my GreenFairy look. I just fixed up my hair too, because let's face it, I'm a bit of a grub sometimes. I loved doing this look. It was super cute. I kind of felt like something from Peter Pan for a hot second there. But yeah, anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this week's makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a big thumbs up. And I'll see you when I'm looking at you next. Have a great weekend. Bye!